welcome back to my channel. I am Original Diathor, aka Ben. Today is Thursday, so happy Thursday everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic week. I hope you've had a fantastic day. I hope you've not got as wet as I nearly did, because it's raining lots today. It was non-stop rain, wind, and all sorts of other awfulness. But here we are. Yeah, I've had a good week, all in all. It's been good. I hope you guys have too. Right, so I'm doing something a bit different. Obviously been playing a lot of horror games. Gonna just take a step back a little bit from horror games. I'm not gonna step away from them entirely. I love horror games. I've got lots more lined up over here in the ether for now, / my Steam library. So yeah, I'm gonna play more horror games. But right now, we're gonna play this game! I know absolutely nothing about it. Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment. I know absolutely nothing about it. It's got really good reviews actually. Lots of people have said great things about it. But I know nothing about it, apart from the fact that it has Sherlock Holmes and hopefully Watson in it as well. So, we're going to start a new game and see what happens. Oh! In memory of the Ukrainian Heavenly 100. Interesting. Ooh. Like a little film. This is pretty cool. Into the BSI. Fate of the Black Peter. Some evidence requires additional investigation. It will be marked with a special tooltip in your casebook. Deduction space icon appears every time you feel a new clue. Okay. So like I said, know nothing about this game. I did play a smidge of the Devil's Daughter, which I believe comes after this. So I haven't, I haven't really played very much of it, so I don't really know what's going on. Don't know what this game's going to be like. Just thought I'd dive in head first and hope that I'm doing the right thing. There may be another game before this, which I haven't played, and probably will not play because I don't know what it is. But I get the sense that there was supposed to be one before this. But from what I can see, they appear to be largely standalone, so I'm okay with that. Click to continue. Watson? Reading Crime and Punishment. Oh, dropped a book. Probably lost his page. Oh. That's this game. Whoa!
Holmes!
What am I doing? What's that? Sofa, take cover. Let's do it.
Holmes, will you stop that?
Oh! Are we like going to go and tackle him or something?
You are utterly mad.
It's a bit quiet. So. Go and get Sherlock. Get him! Tackle him!
Stop, Holmes!
What?
Is that you, Watson?
No.
Yes, of course it is. And you almost killed me.
Nonsense. I was aiming for the vases.
Blindfolded?
Watson, quiet, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Confident step. Clinking handcuffs. Policeman. Ninth step avoided. Inspector Lestrade.
Ah, Lestrade. What is it this time?
He can see me. Well, here it is, and it's a good one, Mr. Holmes. A gentleman by the name of Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, has been murdered.
A sailor, most probably.
What happened here?
Oh, Mr. Holmes, how could you?
It's the only exercise I've had all week. A grateful client from Limoges sent me a vase collection this morning. I couldn't think of a better use for it.
You're out of your mind.
I missed 4 out of 10.
Given you were blindfolded, that was very good. Can I have a try?
Am I the only sane one here?
I suppose that Watson is right, Inspector. A little brain work would be preferable now. Do please tell us more about Black Peter.
Peter Carey, born in 1845 and 50 years old. An ambitious sort, he achieved much success in seal and whale hunting around Scandinavia. Retired in 1884 with a small fortune. He invested his money in a property called Woodman's Lee, near Forest Row in Sussex. It was where he lived for 6 years, and where he was found dead yesterday.
Has the investigation already begun?
Yes and no. In fact, this crime is so mysterious that I would prefer you to join me down there.
Give me half an hour to prepare, Inspector.
Take your time and join me there. I have to go through the yard first. The merry men struck again.
What have they done this time?
They robbed a powder reserve. I'll meet you at Woodman's Lee, Mr. Holmes.
I should help Mrs. Hudson here. I also have several appointments that I must keep this afternoon.
I shall go alone, then.
The Merry Men is as in Robin Hood. Okay, press tab to open the case book and check your current progress in the investigation, tasks, evidence, etc. Okay, Black Peter, profile of the victim, Peter Carey, also known as Black Peter, born in 1845 and so 50 years old. He achieved so great success in whale hunting in Scandinavia, retired in 1884, eventually moving to Woodman's Lee. He's got a cracking beard, I must say. Tasks: investigate the murder of Peter Carey, inspect the crime scene at Woodman's Lee, select a suit to wear using your personal wardrobe and join Lestrade at Woodman's Lee. Inspector Lestrade pays a visit to a Baker Street where... Oh, it's just telling me... Okay, where he relates to Holmes, the grotesque affair that involved the former captain known as Black Peter. And here's our map. So this is where we are, and this is where we're going. I don't know if I click on it to travel, but first things first, we must get dressed. What else do you want me to look at? What's up?
You go along to Peter Carey's house. Mrs. Hudson and I will take care of the mess you've made here.
Okie dokie. Wow, Holmes has got some pace. Who am I spying on? Oh! Oh! Well, that's not what I expected. Is he just going to look again? Oh, he is. Okay, well, we don't need to keep looking at that, do we? Holmes, you naughty man.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Indeed. Do you know what, this reminds me of when we played
Oh, what a mess! What a terrible mess!
The Sinking City.
A map of London and the surrounding area. It could be useful.
Sorry, I'm just getting used to the sensitivity on the camera. Watson's room. Oh,
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. This is where I keep my post.
stabbed into the fireplace. Of course. Where else?
My archive. I can always
My room. Can I open it? There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Right, what can I get dressed as? What can I do in here? Makeup table. Oh, it's locked. This is pretty cool. Have I got anything unlocked? Probably not. Oh, wow. Okay. B to wardrobe. That's what we need to do, isn't it? Sailor outfit. Do I just... So makeup options or costume not available at this moment. Okay. Got the suit? No. Casual suit. Black suit. Casual suit's quite nice. Black suit's okay. Brown suit. Green suit. No, not a fan of the green. Grey suit. Oh, that's quite smart. I do like that. Light suit. Quite like that too. Oh, and then we're back into the outfits. Okay, let's go for the grey suit. I quite like that. He has no makeup to put on at the moment. Oh, Much better. Much better indeed. Cool, so we've changed our clothes. Let's go and raid Watson's room and steal all his snacks before we leave. Because that is absolutely necessary. Books. Can I do anything in here? Is there any purposes to me being in here? Apparently not. Okay, bye-bye everybody! Okay, I guess we're going to Woodman's Lee. Tab to open casebook. Or is this us travelling? Right, I see. I can look at my casebook whilst we travel. That's quite good. Means we can like review notes and things. Very good indeed.
Mr. Holmes, I'm over here. Come on.
Alright, coming. Join Lestrade.
It seems that the garden was well maintained.
Garden and the fields are well kept. Capable gardener works here. I can run.
Mr. Holmes?
Hello?
Mr. Holmes?
Yes. Okay, so I've got to walk around and look for clues and things. This is not so well kept. Okay, we'll take the path that they intend me to take, which is obviously this way. Oh, apologies. T. Concentrate your attention on finding details that others are inclined to look at. Land around stone pathway. Footprints. Examine.
These footprints appear to be quite large.
Cool! Large feet. They are unidentified footprints left on a recently on a patch of wet earth at Woodman's Lee. Perhaps they may have been left by the murderer. Perhaps I could find a pair of boots that would match them. Oh no, I've done that. Hang on, done that. I'll just continue walking.
Mr. Holmes?
Oh, you sound oddly like the other one.
It seems that the garden was well...
Mr. Holmes?
All policemen are the same.
Inspector Lestrade, when will you remove my husband's body? It's sacrilegious to leave him here like this.
As soon as we can, Mrs. Carey, I assure you. Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Sherlock Holmes. He's a detective. No doubt you've heard of him. I'll wait for you in front of the cabin, Mr. Holmes.
My condolences, Mrs. Carey.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Anything unusual?
Madam, can you tell me if you saw or heard anything unusual upon the night of the murder?
At 2 o'clock in the morning, I heard a terrible scream. But I thought nothing of it then. He would scream all the time when he was drunk.
Oh dear. Evening before the murder?
Can you please tell me what occurred on the evening of the murder?
Well, Peter got drunk in the evening. He was in such a terrible temper. Usually whenever that happened, he'd stay all night drinking in his cabin before passing out.
Okay, so he's grumpy.
Do you remember at what time you found your husband's body?
In the morning, at around 7 o'clock, I noticed the cabin door was open, but I didn't go in to take a look, for I knew my husband would not have liked it. At around 10 o'clock, I dared to glance in through the door and... oh dear.
Was your husband accustomed to receiving visitors?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, he didn't really have many friends. We lived quite an isolated life here. after his retirement.
The garden is very large and well maintained. Do you employ someone to look after it?
It is true, there is a lot of work, but my husband took care of it himself.
Well, he is retired, so that makes sense. What? Oh, I see. Birdhouse. Gardening gloves. Crested tit. We're looking for clues. Ah, Catholic rosary. One more. Character portrait complete. Everything will become easier.
You have indeed suffered a great loss, Mrs. Carey. Nevertheless, I believe it will be less of a burden for you soon.
Yes, life with Peter was never easy, but he was still my husband.
He was different, wasn't he, when you first met him upon your return from Plymouth?
Yes, Mr. Holmes. Oh my goodness, but how do you know about that?
Choose the evidence that confronts the statement of the character in order to continue the investigation. How's evidence? So Judith Carey is a woman, an easy life, marriage to Peter, religious Christian Catholic woman, who undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage when she was young. Judith from the country, somewhere near the pine woods of Inverness and Strathspey in Scotland, where the crested titbird can be found. She's religious and undertook a St. James Way pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when she was a young woman. Excuse me. How do you know about Plymouth? Pilgrimage?
You undertook a pilgrimage to the Cathedral of Santiago de Compostela when you were young. That much is evident from the rosary in your hand. The shortest route for the pilgrim from England to Spain is from Plymouth. I believe that you met Peter Carey as a young sailor there, and you married him soon afterwards.
That is indeed what happened, Mr. Holmes. How extraordinary.
Just have a large brain.
Thank you, madam.
The largest brain you will ever come across. That was quite good fun. I like that. What are we here? Is this it? Where are we going? Oh, down there. Coming! Do we have like a map? Oh, that's the big map. Do we have a small map? Documents. Conversations. Souvenirs. Echoes? Match portraits. Okay. Now let's continue on.
Peter Carey's body is inside the cabin. We took care not to touch anything.
Okie dokie. In we go.
The door is locked.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Holmes, and I'll open it. I locked it yesterday to ensure that no one should enter the cabin and tamper with the evidence.
Good shout.
Ah, good thinking.
Hello, hello, hello.
What is it, Lestrade?
It seems to me that someone has tried to force it, Mr. Holmes.
Let me see.
Someone's tried to break it in. That's no bueno. Let's go and have a look. Door lock. Scratches.
These scratches are fresh.
Fresh scratches.
You're right. Someone tried to force open the door.
I swear these scratches were not here yesterday.
Our mysterious visitor came here last night.
Well, he's not the man for the job. This lock is not a difficult one.
Perhaps he did not have the right tool.
He used to say it was a man. What an assumption. Oh. Oh. There he is. Oh, wow.
What a terrible way to die.
Yeah, harpooned. Rough. Shelf. Suspiciously empty space. Outline in the
This
dust.
place is not covered with dust, like the rest of the shelf. An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book. A box or a small chest, perhaps.
So what was he saying? Got outlined in dust. Yeah, fine.
This place is not covered with... An object was taken from here. It was larger than a book.
Oh, so this is the Imagine thing that I've got. Okay, cool. What else we got?
The ship's logs of the Sea Unicorn for the years 1878 to 1884. Peter Carey was her captain.
Oh, map.
Hammerfest. Dundee. It's a whaling map.
Cool. Great. So much to look at. It's like a whale bones down there. Or shark or something. Okay, let's have a look. What we got? Right.
Peter Carey's boots. They look to be a size 8.
Test them outside. Outside? Outside.
Old navigation instruments. Nothing interesting.
Okay. What does it want me to do? Some of the evidence can be used in investigation will be marked with specific icons. Okay, so we need to talk to somebody about this.
The Sea Unicorn. She was the ship that Peter Carey commanded. Harpoons for hunting whales.
Or hunting Peter, it seems. Oh, that's for the garden. Table. Let's have a look at the table. What we got?
Someone drank from this glass recently.
Was it Peter? There are 2 of them. Tobacco pouch.
The initials PC have been crudely burned. A sailor's work.
Tobacco? Oh.
This aroma is familiar, but to recognize it, I must construct my associations in one picture.
This is cool. Oh, I see. Hold the line. Why would you want to skip this? This is cool. So maybe about there. Oh, hang on. Have I got this the wrong way around? Ah! No? Maybe. Ah, that's a bit better. That's the bottom of the ship, isn't it? Right, then where does that go? Just go about there. Oh wait, that's the front. So that's the front. There we go. Perfect. There we go.
This is a coarse tobacco, quite strong and very popular among sailors.
Took me a minute until I got there. Okay, anything else?
Rum, a sailor's drink. It seems that Captain Carey was enjoying a drink before he met his death.
There are 2 glasses though, so a drink with who? Does that matter? I guess we'll have a look at dead Peter Carey.
This man is in his 50s, yet he still looks quite strong.
And with a fantastic beard.
Peter Carey was fully dressed. He was not caught by surprise. It is possible that he knew his murderer.
Full of blood. Oh, I see. Nice. Stab. Cool. Right, blood. What we got? We got a notebook.
JHN are probably the initials of the owner of this notebook. The pattern of the blood stain indicates that the notebook was not lying on the floor prior to the crime, but
Okay.
it was dropped into the pool of blood after the death of Peter Carey.
Okay, can I... There we go. ASM.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Good question. So I've got a C knife. So what was he stabbed
This
first?
wooden handle is plain and solid. This blood is from the pool underneath the dead body. Peter Carey tried to defend himself with this knife, but he did not succeed.
That's what's implied. Poor bloke.
The weapon fully penetrated the body. The force of the blow was immense.
So it must have been someone very strong then, yeah?
Peter Carey was impaled to the wall by a whaling harpoon.
There we go. There's some photos there. I wonder if they're of... No, they don't appear to be of any import. B. What does B give me? Oh! Find a pair of related clues and they will form a deduction. Red colour signifies an unachievable clue combination. Notebook and breaking attempts. Draw a clear picture of the crime by forming your deductions from the combinations of clues to find the guilty party. Task, make an ambush. An ambush must be made tonight to see if the break-in attempt will be repeated. Is that it?
Someone was here yesterday. They attempted to force the door to gain entry.
Yep. What else can I say? Back to clues. Okay, I don't think we have anything further yet. That's fine. Okay, so we need to organise an ambush with Lestrade. That's fine. I want to chat to... Commander, Whale Unicorn of Dundee for many successful expeditions. That's not different, is it? Is that different? Maybe it's just because it updated the picture. Alright, I want to go and talk to... was it Judith? Is that what she's called? What's she called? Judith, yeah. Let's go speak with Judith. I think she might have some valuable information. Possibly. If it'll let me.
Is this your husband's tobacco pouch?
I'm not sure. It might be, but he hadn't smoked in a very long time.
Feel like you're lying.
Your husband's private papers. Do you know where they are?
There was a small tin box, barely larger than a book. He kept his papers there. It should be somewhere in his cabin.
Thank you, madam.
Should be, but it's not. Somebody has taken it. So now what? Right, I've got the boots checking its footprints. I can do that. I asked about this, but it's not there. Need to work that one out. Let's just go check these footprints. Footprints. There. Examine. Whoop. Too small.
These boots don't match the footprints.
Okay, he's got touchy little feet. Okay, Peter Carey's boots. Yeah, we know that. We realise that. We're good. We have the brain power to work that one out. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Holmes, what do you think?
I think
I think that we are lucky.
And why is that?
Because of last night's attempted break-in.
They're a bit useless.
Oof. You've lost me.
It is very probable that whoever came here hoped to find the door open. They tried to force it with a knife blade, but they failed. What will they do? Why, return tonight, when they will be better prepared.
Aha! So what do you propose?
We shall remain on
Ambush.
the outside, near the window, where we stand the best chance of catching sight of our visitor. Well, gentlemen, ready your pistols. We have a long night ahead of us.
Yay! Sleepover! Well, we know that.
We need to find a good place for an ambush. Perhaps behind Carey's cabin, near the window.
What, you want to come around here? Is this what you're saying to me?
This looks like the perfect hiding place.
Oh, okay. The fate of Black Peter. Well, this is pretty cool. I'm quite enjoying this. I'm enjoying this indeed. Ah, continue. Let's wait and see what happens.
Shh. Did you hear that?
The Strad was not exactly quiet just then.
There's someone there. I'm gonna collar him.
Get him.
I'll be right behind you.
Police! Hold it right there.
Who is it?
Mr. Holmes?
These guys. Okay, what have we got? What have we got?
All right, my fine
Excuse me.
fellow. Who are you and what are you doing here?
You're detectives, I suppose. You imagine that I'm connected with the death of Captain Carey. I assure you I'm innocent.
Mm-hmm.
Innocent? And what are you doing in his cabin?
Valid question.
Shall I tell you? You came to retrieve what you had lost after killing Peter Carey, but we were here waiting for you.
What is your name?
John Hopley Nelligan, but I didn't...
Do you deny that you came here yesterday?
No, but yes, it's just that I couldn't...
I'm tired of this. Off we go to the yard. Tomorrow, I'll see that you're put in front of the judge.
What? But you can't. I'm not... It's a terrible mistake.
Enough. You can explain all of that to the judge. You're coming with me to the yard.
But...
In light of recent events, it seems evident that your coming here was unnecessary. All the same, I'm very grateful to you, Mr. Holmes.
You are welcome, Inspector, but please don't be too hard on our young fellow. I would like to question him tomorrow morning.
Okay, so the investigation's still going. I guess we're heading to Scotland Yard. Excuse me. Still no souvenirs or echoes, whatever those might be. Oh, continue. There we go. Examine Nelligan's belongings. Oh, that's leave. Okay.
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. Right, chaps. Hello?
Good morning, Mr. Holmes. Can I help you?
Yes.
Good morning, Constable. I would like to speak to the fellow who was arrested at Woodman's Lee last night.
Ah, the young man. He's waiting in the interrogation room. You can go straight through. His belongings are held in the evidence room.
Thank you.
Top banana. Thank you, my friend. Anything else to see or do?
Mr. Holmes?
Mr. Holmes. Is that like criminals? Ah. Is that how they used to store it? Learn something new. Staff room. Oh, I'm not staff, so. Evidence room. I would like to peek in here. Nelligan's
These are the
belongings.
suspect's belongings. The notebook that we found on Peter Carey's cabin floor.
Indeed.
These abbreviations mean something, but what?
Good question. Ring has a little inscription. From from R. Dawson to my friend and partner, 1883.
And partner, 1883. To my friend, from R. Dawson. Dawson. I've seen this name before. Perhaps my archive holds the answer.
Okay, well, I guess that's not top priority right now.
A handkerchief with the initials JHN. A pocket knife. It was used to force the door of Peter Carey's cabin.
It's very blunt. You can see the chips in the blade. Anything else in here that I would like to look at? Oh, weapons. Whoa! Inspector Lestrade. The morgue? I wonder if Peter Carey's body's here. Is this Carey's body? No? It's like a horror game all of a sudden. Again, it just has a bit of a sinking city vibe. You have to go through the morgue in the sinking city as well, I think. Okay, there'll be an interrogation room there.
Locked.
Locked! Lestrade, how
Locked.
dare you? Is he even in there? In there? I can't see him. Okay. On repress.
Mr.
Mr.
Holmes?
Holmes. Hello, John Nelligan. Mr. Nelligan. Oh, this is a bit close up.
Does this notebook belong to you?
Yes. But where did you
Excuse me.
find it? I did not know. I thought I'd lost it at the hotel.
What do these abbreviations mean?
Oh, no. I beg you, I can't. If I told you, it would only make things worse.
But I will find out eventually, Mr. Nelligan.
Fairly decent threat. He's pretty
The
clever.
sea knife was found near Carey's body. Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, did Mr. Carey try to defend himself or to attack you with it?
I don't know. I didn't kill anyone.
I'm inclined to believe this child.
The police seized this valuable ring from you. Whose is it?
I didn't steal it from anyone. It has always belonged to me.
Oh! Ring's engraving. I'd probably say the ring's engraving. Friend and partner, 1883. Do I have a profile on this guy yet? No. Let's search the archives. Probably... I don't know the profile of them. Let's go for the ring's engraving.
The ring's date of engraving is many years ago. You would have been a child then, hardly in any position to receive such an item from a partner.
Still looks like a child now. We're honest. Shabby cap. Patch. Expensive fabric. Ooh. Elaborate buttons. Okay, so he's not poorly dressed. Short sleeves, but it's not his jacket. Calluses. Scars. What else can we see? What was that? Thin neck. Starving? Ring's
So,
owner.
Mr. Nelligan, who is the true owner of the ring?
The ring is mine.
Rings engraving father's jacket. What? You reckon that's his father's jacket? Is that what you're saying? Nelligan is approximately 19 years old. Yeah, looks it. Even younger. He was raised in wealth, but after the desertion of his father 10 years ago, he and his family fell into poverty. He worked hard to earn money by cleaning fish. Despite undertaking such manual work for considerable time, Nelligan remains physically weak. Interesting. So, father's jacket.
No, Mr. Nelligan. I believe that the ring had belonged to your father.
Oh, but how do you know?
The jacket you are wearing is made of an expensive fabric that only a man of exceptional wealth could afford. You do not seem to me to be a rich man, Mr. Nelligan. Furthermore, the garment is ill-fitting. It is quite clear that it belonged to someone else, most probably your father. With your father gone and taking with him the family's wealth, as a little boy you had to find yourself a manual job, and it was most probably cleaning fish. You cut your hands often while working. I can tell from the scars.
I'm speechless, Mr. Holmes. It all happened exactly as you say.
Well, I will see you soon, young man.
Please, let me go. I'm innocent.
I mean, there's not much that I can do. I'm just a detective. Okay, what have we got? Nelligan's notebook pinned to the wall. Missing tin box. Break-in attempts. No. Nelligan's notebook. Retrieving the notebook. The break-in attempts were made in order to recover the notebook that had been lying in a pool of the victim's blood. This proves the guilt of the person who had made these attempts. But the break-in person was Nelligan. But he turned around and said, "Oh, I thought my notebook was at the hotel. I lost it." So obviously he's lying. What else we got? Missing tin box. Swift actions and pinned to the wall. Task. Experiment required. We need to find out whether an unskilled and untrained man could use a harpoon well enough to kill by fully piercing a body.
I need to stage a reconstruction. I am sure that Watson would be happy to oblige.
Have I got anything else that I could just use? No gardener. No. No. Nope. Nope. Pete Carey, non-smoker tin box. Cool. I think that's as far as we're going to get for now. Okay, so we've got another task to do. So John Nelligan seems not to be a usual thief. What is his role in all that? Watson will be glad to help with preparations for a harpoon throwing experiment. I'm sure he will.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing.
Oh, shush. Start here? No. Okay, so we've done everything we can do here for now. Let's go back to Baker Street. And we can look at the archives in order to try and find out more about the ring, and we can speak with Watson and try and sort out that setup thing that he was talking about. Reconstruction. Okay. Archives. Okay, so research. Chemistry, poisons and toxins, reason injuries, criminalistics, martial arts, marks and symbols, and then garden supplies.
That is not the one I need. That is not the one I need.
Okay.
That is not the one I... That is not the one...
Okay, he doesn't like that. Newspapers. 1883. Bankruptcy. Dawson. Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund bankrupt. Nelligan missing. The Dawson and Nelligan Investment Fund, a regional banking institution based in Cornwall, has declared bankruptcy as a result of heavy losses in its loan portfolio, and has accordingly been assigned for liquidation. It was the 23rd largest bank in Britain, and its bankruptcy was the second largest on record. The liquidation of the company is a pure catastrophe for many Cornwall families. Joshua Nelligan, one of the bankers, has since mysteriously disappeared. He was last seen aboard his yacht, preparing for departure to Norway. Nelligan is wanted by both police and his creditors.
Here it is. Now I begin to understand that young man's story, but I am still unclear as to what connects him with the murder. It is time to ask him.
Okay, so we can go and chat to John Nelligan again.
This is where I keep my post.
Lovely. Right, let's talk with... Oh, they've cleaned up the vases, which is good. Doggy?
Brave
Toby!
The best nose in the British Empire.
Is the woman still there? Oh, the woman is still there. How lovely. Well, we might have moved the telescope by now, but apparently not. Hello, Watson.
A spot of whaling, Watson. Would you care to take part?
Are you serious?
Yes.
No, but we do need to clarify what happened on the night of Black Peter's murder.
A reenactment, then? Is something bothering you?
The sailor's knife, Watson. Why was it on the floor?
Peter Carey attempted to defend himself?
It is possible. But if that is the case, then it alters many things.
I don't quite follow you.
Tell me, my friend, what is the animal closest to man, morphologically, I mean?
Ah, I see what you're getting at, Holmes. You asked me that once before. On the Ripper case, I believe. Do you want to slit some more pigs' throats?
No.
Well, thank goodness for that.
I wish to impale one with a harpoon.
Wonderful.
Watson, let us pay a visit to our butcher friend in Whitechapel. We require the carcass of a well-fed pig.
And the harpoon?
One of the harpoons on the wall of Black Peter's cabin should do quite nicely.
Okay, so we need to go back to Woodman's Lee then to get a harpoon. We can speak to John Nelligan. What's that? Just diagrams and things.
My analysis table. It is useful for my work.
Indeedy do. Right, let's go. We'll go Woodman's Lee, Scotland Yard, Whitechapel Butcher. We'll crack this case like a nut. We'll just pop into Women's Lee to grab a harpoon.
That should do it. Now I am ready for the experiment.
They've moved the body. I wonder if I have anything further to say to Judith. Judith?
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Excuse me. Okay. Nothing to say to Judith, Scotland Yard. Got any more connections that I can make? No, not yet. Quickly go and chat with Nelligan again. John Nelligan. John!
I have heard the story of Dawson and Nelligan, the West Country bankers.
Yes, Joshua Nelligan was my father.
I am aware that it had a bad ending. When the bank failed, it ruined half the families of Cornwall, whereupon Joshua Nelligan disappeared.
My father was under extraordinary pressure. Dawson had retired. I was only 10 years of age at the time, but it was still old enough to feel the shame that befell our family. My father was convinced that he could pay off all his debts if the creditors gave him time. He set sail for Hammerfest in Norway in his small yacht, just a few days before an arrest warrant was issued. He left my mother a list of the securities he was taking. No word was ever heard from him again. We believed that his vessel went down, taking with it everyone and everything on board.
Thank you for the story, Mr. Nelligan. At last, we are making some progress.
Alternatively...
Interesting. Joshua Nelligan and Peter Carey were both at sea in Norway. There is definitely some connection between Peter Carey and Joshua Nelligan's disappearance.
Like, they're the same person. So we've also got to examine the ship's log. Oh, that's back at his apartment. Okay, but first let's go to the butcher. Get a pig carcass. Have some fun with harpoons. Watson! Hey, Watson.
Well, here we are in the preparation room. I can't say that I like the smell of it much. What do you intend to do?
To indulge myself in a little experiment. The challenge of lancing a pig's carcass with a heavy harpoon.
A little experiment?
Stand aside, Watson. This might be dangerous. I am not well practiced in this exercise, yet.
Lol.
Holmes, you should aim for the mark in order to perform the most reliable test.
Oh, he moves. Oh, I see. Okay, right. So I've got to line it up. And, okay. Okay, so line it and click.
The harpoon has struck the body, but with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
Well, thank you, Watson, for your astute observation. Why would you want to skip these tasks? Okay, there. Now. Still no? Oh. No. Nope, that was rubbish.
Holmes, you should try to aim better.
All
and throw
right.
as hard as you can.
Thank you, Watson, for your wisdom. Ah. Oh, it went through. I saw it went through.
The harpoon has struck the body.
Yes,
but
okay.
with insufficient strength to pierce it straight through.
Okay, I understand. If you didn't move so much when I'm trying to aim. Ah! No? Yes, yes, yay! That was right.
This is the best possible result that I could get. Do you see, Watson? Throwing a harpoon and pinning a man to a wall requires either exceptional strength and training or diabolical luck.
If it was luck, then it was a chance in 1,000 that night.
Well, yes. Let us leave now.
All right. But before we go, I suppose I'll have to pay for all these carcasses you've happily mangled.
I thought it was the same carcass.
Very well, but please hurry.
Of course.
Is that it? Okay, strength requirement. That'd be with pinned to the wall. Oh, so I've got to choose some of the facts. Oh, it said, what did it say? It said something. So it says it requires much greater strength than that of an average man to be able to pierce a man's chest with a harpoon all the way through to the wall. A degree of skill would most likely be necessary. Two men in cooperation might achieve the same result. There's a remote possibility that an unskilled and untrained man could manage to pin Peter Carey to the wall with a harpoon. What is? Track down the guilty party. Yes, I understand. What do I choose? One? Feat of strength? Or lucky throw? Right, I see. So I just have to choose one at some point. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Okay, we haven't got anything else. Okay, cool. Right, so what have we got? So I need to go to Women's Lee to go and see the ship's log. That's right. Yeah, go and have a look at the ship's log. What else was said? Okay, snow. Well, we'll go and look at the ship's log and see what answers that gives us. Shoo-ba-da-woo! Gonna find some answers, gonna do some detecting. Ship's logs.
1883. That's the one I need.
Indeed it is.
This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn. This is the crew list of the Sea Unicorn.
Okay.
Log notes for June. Nothing unusual. Log notes for July. Nothing special. Log notes for August. These pages have been torn away. Log notes for August. Canadian Pacific Railway, CPR. A torn piece from a bond certificate. I have seen this abbreviation somewhere very recently. There are 3 ways of discovering what happened in August of 1883 aboard the Sea Unicorn. The first 2 of these will require speaking with a dead man. The last would be to locate vital witnesses, the sailors involved in this whale hunt campaign.
Okay, Wiggins might be able to find the crew of the Sea Unicorn. It should be somewhere at Baker Street. But I reckon... it hasn't come through as a clue. Interesting. Okay, no, that's right. Right, so we need to go to Baker Street, I guess. So we've got a task for Wiggins, and we've got to find a use. CPR. I think that's the same that in there it is. It's issue right there. CPR. It's right there. Never mind. Let's go back to Baker Street then. Go and talk to Wiggins. Get him underway. And then see what happens next. No! Nay, says the horse.
Something new, Watson. I have the list of sailors who were aboard the Sea Unicorn. We shall soon learn what happened to Nelligan's father. I have only to find them. Let us hope they are still working at the harbour.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard...
I doubt it, Watson. And really, I would prefer that all of this remains quiet for now. But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
And who might they be?
The secret police division of Baker Street.
Ah, you mean young Wiggins and his gang?
Yes. Believe me, you'll receive more useful assistance from these little urchins than from a dozen yard detectives.
For the right
Those
money.
children are everywhere. They see and hear everything, and they are cunning. All they lack is organization. I'll summon them.
How will you do that?
There is always a watch beneath our window. I have only to call him.
Excuse me.
Watson, I need Wiggins. Is he anywhere nearby?
He's right across the street. You can give him a sign from the window.
Call Wiggins. Wiggins!
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, I need you to track down certain people for me. I'll give you a list. You can read, can't you?
Big Oliver from our gang. He can, because his father is the coachman of a famous lawyer.
Fascinating. Here is the list of sailors.
Sailors? Easy. Just got to look where the rum and the red lights are.
Ha ha ha!
Sorry
Isn't
to
he
trouble you,
funny?
Mr. Holmes, but the inspector asks that you come to the station as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'll be there shortly.
I guess we'll go to the station, shall we? Off we go! Sherlock Holmes to the rescue! Have I got any more clues? No. No, I have not. Continue. Oh.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to see you.
As always, what happened?
We have a new suspect, Liam Hurtley. I'm thinking that this case will be resolved very quickly now.
Interesting. Pray tell.
Well, the constable that I left at Woodman's Lee noticed a suspicious individual prowling around during the night.
Do you have him here?
Yes, he refuses to speak with us, but we'll make him talk.
Let us hope so.
Ah, yes, and one more thing. The constable told me that at the time of his arrest, the fellow was writing a letter.
Do you have it?
Of course. It's in the evidence room, at your disposal. Admit that for once, Mr. Holmes, Scotland Yard is a step ahead of you, eh?
Breathtaking.
The sarcasm was dripping from that statement. Gavin Hurtley's belongings.
These are the
Boots.
suspect's belongings.
Shotgun on the boots, thank you.
Liam Hurtley's old boots. They're a size 9.5.
Sounds a bit more like the size that
A pen. Nothing unusual about it.
that could be those footprints. Excuse
Stains
me.
are fresh. They can be removed with the proper chemicals.
Chemistry time. Okay, so we'll go and chat with old Liam. Little old Liam. Oh, it's open. Shapes of noses.
How is the investigation going, Mr. Holmes? Do you have any idea who the murderer is yet?
Yeah, solved it. Done. Okay, right, let's go and talk to Mr. Liam Hurtley. He's not here. Is he in the cell? Oh, he's there. Hello.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Ah, do I get
Allow
to
me
choose
to
them now?
introduce myself. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I would like to ask you a few questions.
I've already told the police that I've nothing to say. And you're not even part of the police.
Precisely, and considering your situation, it might be wise to speak with someone who is, shall we say, rather more neutral. You are a suspect, in a murder case.
I know. Inspector Lestrade told me. It's ridiculous.
Could you at least tell me who you are, and exactly what happened that you should be brought here?
My name is Liam Hurtley. That I can tell you, but you're not getting any more than that.
Well, we shall see.
Deduction time! What we got? Okay. Interesting hat. Oh, little scar. Old scar. Gardener's hands. Oh! See the gardener. Plant remains. A handkerchief with a crested tit. Just
That's
like...
all for now.
I'm not saying another word.
Oh, well, that's really unhelpful.
What am I doing?
Oh, shut up, John. Okay, what's he trying to hide? Well, he's... Oh. Hurtley is a stranger who was arrested by the police as a suspicious individual, seen prowling around at night near Woodman's Lee. He's a former soldier who left the military with an honourable discharge after having been wounded in the neck by shrapnel. Now lives a quiet life working as a gardener. So, at that point, we need to go and speak to Judith Carey again.
How is the investigation going, Mr.
Okay, we're going to speak to Judith Carey at Woodman's Lee and try and get some answers as to who on earth this gardener person is. Unless I got some more clues to play with. Have I got more clues to play with? No, not yet. Okay, let's go and see if we can speak to Judith. And, oh, and we can test out the boot on the footprint. We'll do that too. Judith? Hello. Liam Hurtley.
Does the name Liam Hurtley mean anything to you?
No, I don't know anyone by that name.
Lies.
Thank you, madam.
Lies. She's lying.
Who could do such a thing? My poor husband.
Here's the footprints. There they are. Boot time. Whoa. Boink.
These boots match the footprints exactly.
I thought they might. So he's been there. To what? To what end? No gonna Hurtley's footprints. Liam Hurtley's boots match the footprints at Woodman's Lee, thus proving he was there. Judith denies that he was their gardener. So what else? What else was he there for? This is the thing. See, if he's a gardener, ex-military, I reckon it would have been a feat of strength. If it's Liam Hurtley that's done it, I reckon it's a feat of strength. I'm gonna go with that now. For now. Wait, was there more to do with that clue? Let me just double check. No, not yet. That's fine. Okay, so that's that. Just double check. Just make sure Judith isn't going to speak anymore.
Who could do such a thing?
So clue-wise then. I need to go back to Baker Street to sort that out. Need to speak some more to Liam Hurtley. Let's first hit Baker Street to sort out the letter and find out what he was trying to hide. What he was writing. Looks very serious. Continue. I'm really enjoying this, by the way. I hope you guys are as well.
I need to prepare a chemical agent that is capable of removing fresh ink. For this purpose, the chemicals from the flasks should be combined in a certain order to perform a chain reaction. First condition, all 7 reagents should be used. Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
Okay.
First condition, all 7 reagents should be used.
Yeah.
Second condition, orange reagent should be the third one in the sequence after the blue reagent. Third condition, colorless reagent should be added after the orange reagent.
I've got 2 orange. So all 7 should be used. So like a blue, it says it has to be 2 gaps. So how? Hang on. Oh no! Will not be saved. Oh, I should be able to work it out. Okay, so what? Have I got to start with blue? Tip that in there. Okay. And then what? Green? And I guess a clear. Then orange. They say clear has to be used directly after orange. I'm not sure this is going to work, but here we are. We'll give it a go. The blue. I'm literally just making this up now. Orange. Da, 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 da.
No, something isn't right. I need to start the reaction from the beginning again.
Great. Was I even close? Hang on. If you exit this part, your progress will not be saved. Okay. If my progress isn't saved, can I not? Okay, I can still do it. That's fine. What if I come over here?
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed.
I thought I might have been able to read the.
I need to prepare
the
a chemical
archive.
agent. Second, third.
So. What if I do blue twice? Right? Okay. Then green. No. No. Hang on. Hold the line. I'm gonna do blue, green, blue. And orange clear, orange clear. Try that. Blue. Green. It's probably a better way to work this out, but I have no idea. Blue. Orange. Clear. Orange. And clear. Da, 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 da.
Done.
Oh!
Now I can proceed further.
I did it! Didn't think that was going to work.
Let us see if the content of this letter sheds a little light upon the mystery.
Rub, 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 rub.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Interesting. How would Hurtley react to this?
Okay, so it says, I did as you asked and hid them well, but I beg you to reconsider. And remember our vows. I have done nothing dishonourable for which you... me. Okay, so we've got some stuff to question Hurtley about. So we've got the letter and the boot. So we can now go and speak to Hurtley. Assuming I'm not forgetting anything else. No. We go back to Scotland Yard and speak to Hurtley again. See if we can get some more out of him. Something, anything. Continue. Who's that? Who are you? Hey, Jacob! Thanks for the resub. How you doing, my friend? You doing well?
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
9 months of subbing. That's pretty good.
Tell me, Mr.
I appreciate
Hurtley,
it.
what were you doing at Woodman's Lee?
Woodman's Lee? I've never been there.
Lies.
The second pair of boots that you had with you when you were arrested perfectly match the footprints found near the cabin where Peter Carey was murdered.
Footprints? That's your proof? How many men have boots like mine? That doesn't make me a murderer.
Tired and worn out, honestly. Busy. Still working hard for your pilot's license and all that biz. President of Woodman's Lee.
Now that your presence at Woodman's Lee has been proven, would you care to explain it?
I don't remember. What would I be doing there anyway?
Gardening. So would I say that it's a well-kept gardener, or the fact that he's a gardener? He's a gardener. It's probably that one.
Because you are the gardener at Woodman's Lee.
I'm not. How did you...
I observed your hands. They told me that you work with the earth. Small fragments of plants snagged to your trousers indicate that you were mowing very recently. But the most obvious clue presented itself in the bird embroidered on your handkerchief. A crested tit, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, you got me. Yes, I am a gardener, and I went there to get my tools.
Lovely. Yeah, started doing my night rating on Monday after classes. Night rating? What's that?
So tell me, Mr. Hurtley, what did you hide?
Hide? What are you talking about?
Hurley's letter.
I did as you asked and hid them well. Should I continue?
My letter? But the ink? That's impossible.
No,
A
it's not.
touch of chemistry, nothing special.
Such a show.
You're a smart one. But it's nothing. If you want to know, I was referring to my tools. It was to do with my work, see?
I will check that, Mr. Hurtley. That's all for now. Hurtley's stories are false leads, but now I know one thing for certain. I must examine the site where the garden tools are kept at Woodman's Lee.
That sounds fair. Between say 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, then working 10 till 7. Pushing you to your limits. Yeah, I'll bet. That's like burning the candle at both ends, isn't it? Make sure you don't burn yourself out. That's what my night rating is. Pretty much what it sounds like, the course. Needs to be... Oh! That makes sense. So what is it? I'm assuming it's like... is there certain aspects to being able to fly in the dark? Do you have to be able to see, or do you just know where you are? I don't even know, like, how you know where you are. It's all GPS or sonar, like they do in submarines. Tool shed, I'm assuming it's that one. Little one up there. Hello. Access to garden tools, please.
We have information that the valuable stolen papers are hidden amongst the garden tools here at Woodman's Lee. We need to find them.
Oh my. Our tools are kept inside the shed that's right behind me. Here is the key to open it.
Thank you much, Lee.
Thank you, madam.
I said that first. Ta-da! There's a scythe.
Let's see what could be hidden here.
Scythe, grindstone. Tea! Well, that looks like a box to me. Scythe. It's for wooden planks, broken planks. Ill-fitting plank. What be under the plank? Ah! Surprise, surprise. Here is the box. Open it.
Let us see what is in this box.
Oh, I have to... Oh, I see. Okay, so I've got to solve the puzzle. Oh, right, but it has to line up with these bits. Oh, I see. So I can move... Wait, what can I move? Oh, wow. There is a lot going on here. Okay. That looks like that should go there. Is that underneath? Oh! Hey! Oh, here we go. So the major difference is due to differences in visibility. Once you might have GPS, you might need to be able to do basic nav without it, so it's recognition of features, airport identification and lighting procedures, all that jazz. The 4 hours of flying total in 5 solo takeoffs and landings for the rating, which, providing the weather is good enough on Monday and Tuesday, I should be able to bang it out quickly. Oh, that'd be good. Well, I hope so, because weather recently is terrible.
A bundle
Terrible
of
weather.
letters in a woman's hand with the Carey family monogram.
Ooh.
Hertley and Mrs. Carey were in a relationship. That is interesting.
That is not good. Liam, my dear, you've been so good to me, and all the time I've known you. I cannot describe these feelings, but I suppose that they are sinful and no good can come from them. I fear what might happen. I fear going against God. I thank you for your care, but I cannot leave the man with whom I have been bound by God. It is his divine will, and thus my husband is the cross that I must bear. He makes my life a living hell, but bruises fade, and you must not worry for me. You're telling me I might be stupid enough to cycle to the airport on Monday. With a raincoat? Or did you not even take a raincoat? Ooh, romantic correspondence. Well, that's juicy, isn't it? Swinging past you as an attempt to an alternate route to avoid puddles, not realising that there was a giant one down by the park. Nice. Mrs. Carey, you have some explaining to do.
Madam, I am aware of your affinity with Liam Hertley.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Mrs. Carey, we found your letters.
Busted!
My letters? I asked Liam to return them to me. I wanted to burn them.
Why did Mr. Hertley put them inside the garden shed?
I don't know. I wanted them back, but I couldn't see him, not after... what happened.
Well, here they are.
Oh, this is terrible. Terrible. Liam, how could he? After what he has done.
You believe that he killed your husband?
No, I do not know. I do not know. Leave me alone, please.
I mean, possibly
Thank
killed
you,
him.
madam. I wonder if Wiggins has managed to find any sailors.
Good question. I had a coat, waterproof trousers. So you had a coat, waterproof trousers, and overshoes, and was still soaked. What didn't know was that I didn't see the puddle by mincing that was on top of it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, what have we got going on here? Okay, Judith Carey's letter. No? Ah, here we go. What's that? Harmless flirting. It's been confirmed that Liam Lee was flirting with Peter Carey's wife and even fell in love, but it didn't go beyond the affectionate but harmless letters. Oh! Hurley's innocence. Hurley's presence of Woodman's Lee on the night of the murder is explained by his affection towards Judith Carey and the fact that he worked there as a gardener. Great. Okay, so maybe it wasn't him? Is that what we're gleaning from this? Nope. Ah, here we go. Oh dear. Harmless flirting or desperate jealousy. Liam Hurley loved Judith Carey so desperately that his jealousy could have provoked him into committing murder. So Hurley's motive. Liam Hurley's relationship with Judith Carey gives him a motive for killing Peter Carey. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Cool. I'm surprised that the bike didn't cut out because of the puddle. Oh yeah, because you were an electric one, didn't you? And then you didn't fall off from hitting it. Got wet feet though, eh? Okay, so we got some answers. We need to go now back to Baker Street, I guess. And go and find Wiggins. Who thinks Hurley did it? Hands up. I almost do. I mean, it would explain a lot, but I don't know.
Mr. Holmes,
hard
we
to say.
found the sailors from that list you gave us.
Fabulous.
Well done, Wiggins. Let me see.
Okay, Hugh Patton, sailor, James Lancaster, helmsman, Patrick Cairns, harpooner, Rolf Talbot, sailor, John York, cook, Pablo Coventrejo, harpooner. He died a week ago.
This is interesting. Let us review the other sailors now.
Hugh Patton, James Lancaster, Patrick Cairns, PC, Peter Carey.
This man is a harpooner, and his initials are PC, the same initials that were found on the tobacco pouch. Wiggins, could you gather some information on one of the sailors that you found? His name is Patrick Cairns.
There's some interesting graphical glitches going on here.
We found Patrick Cairns.
Good job, Wiggins. Where is he?
He lives in a small furnished dump of a room, but he's always at the Sea Witch pub, where he does arm wrestles for money and drinks.
Excellent. Here is your reward. 2 guineas.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome. Thank you. Incredibly, I ended up being just in socks in the classroom that day. Still wet by the time I got home at 5:20. Oh, I ended up having to put them on the towel rails to dry it off. Brutal. Patrick Cairns. Peter Carey is a non-smoker. Well, if the patch belongs to Patrick Cairns, it indicates his presence at the crime scene, but it must still be proven.
If I wish to speak to Cairns without alarming him, I had better dress as a sailor.
Dress up time! Change our outfit. Tasks. See which pub. Bandit, farmer, morning gown, sailor outfit. It's a makeup table. Have I unlocked any of these? Oh, I can change my hair. How do I look more sailory? Oh, definitely not that. Oh, nope. Possibly. That doesn't look too bad. Glasses? No. Facial hair. That's quite sailory. That's also quite sailory. That's not. Oh, a big bushy beard. No, it's too clean. No. 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 Absolutely not. Possibly. Okay, I think we're gonna go for the big bushy beard, which I think was number 10. Oh no. 8. Ah, there it is. I look fantastic. Maybe the hat's too much. Yeah, let's go without the hat. Hat looks good. Without the hat looks good. Do I go for glasses? Oh, no. No glasses. Right, I'm happy with this.
Now I can approach Cairns and see if he recognizes the pouch.
Oh yeah, of course, because you're... Yes, 6 months being on your own. Your mum's off, isn't she? You excited? That was a quick horse ride. What is this blues, eh? Okay, you got lots of drunks here. Oh, it's only normally about for arm wrestles. Oh, that'll be him there. Is there anything else to do in here? Yeah, it appears not. Patrick Cairns. Not sure.
Hello there. Are you Cairns?
What do you want?
We've heard all about the gambling and arm wrestling here. You seem like the likely sort, and I'm up for it.
I start at 10 shillings.
Suits me.
What have I got myself into? Stamina. Follow Patrick Cairns' facial expressions to understand his moves. Push, restrain, idle, and plan your counter strategy. Pay attention to your stamina. Okay. Gonna make my restricted time in the evening even more so that's for sure. Restricted time. Is that self-imposed? Press to continue. So press to push, right click to restrain. I'm going to lose this. Oh, I'm not very good at this. Oh, I'm really not very good at this. Oh, he's pushing. Oh, I ran out of stamina, no! That's it. Push. Push, 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 push. That's it. Oh, we're back up. Nearly back up. I just keep running out of stamina. No! Oh, he's pushing. No, he's not. Okay, let the stamina come back. Right, hard. Okay. Oh, he's pushing. Nah, I lost. Do I have to do it again?
That's the arm that killed 100 whales. Care to lose another 10 shillings?
Do it.
I'm ready to try again.
Let's do it.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
I'm gonna win this time. I think I know what I'm looking for. Right. So facial expressions to understand his moves. Push, restrain, idle. Plan your counter strategy. Pay attention to your stamina. Okay. Okay, that's a push. Oh, he's pushing. That's definitely a push there. Okay, hold. Okay, he's pushing. Oh. That's a push. Come on, come on. Oh, I've nearly got it. Come on, I'm doing way better this time. Come on, come on, come on. Just a little bit more. Come on, there it is, there it is! Yes!
You were lucky. I wasn't focused. Let's go again.
Go again. How many times do you want to do it? Think about it this way. Alongside self-study working, get out on Wednesday. Now I also have to cook dinner and it takes more time. Ah, yeah, true, true. Yeah, you actually have to plan your evening a little bit.
I'm ready to try again.
Go on.
Fine. If you want me to take all your money, no problem with that.
We'll do it one more time. See if we can beat him again. Because that felt good. Wonder how many times. He's pushing. Oh. Oh, he's pushing. Right, just relax. Down we go, down we go, down we go, down we go! There it is! Oh, much easier. Especially now that I know what I'm looking for.
Well, good for you, I reckon. You're stronger than you look.
Amen!
Here's your 10 shillings.
I'd like to buy you a drink.
Good winner as well. That's good. Let's have a drink.
Cheers! Don't get too drunk. Need to focus.
You're a good type. Seems you've managed to settle down in life. You've got money, eh?
Not all that much.
Oh, well. At least you're not as poor as me.
Should do a quick assessment. Oh, gold earring. Doesn't seem that poor. Got a black eye, which I did notice. Cheap clothes. Strong hands. Yellow nails. Anchor tattoo. Sailor's tattoo. But also a massive black eye.
Why do you say poor? You're not working?
I'm a harpooner. But you see, the whalers are rare. They don't pay much. So, as a result, find myself arm wrestling to pay for my drink.
Just quit drinking.
A harpooner. Interesting. You've had a lot of adventures, I bet.
Of course. It's been a dozen years since I sailed. I've seen everything. Old Wallace, damn Black Peter, Great Roger. We sailed to the Cape of Good Hope.
Drop yourself in it
Black
there,
Peter,
mate.
you say? I've heard rumours about that one.
He was the worst of them all. He was a liar and violent too. Swinging those fists of his around. He was a tyrant and not much of a captain. At least not as good as Great Roger.
I see. Yes. I was told terrible tales about Black Peter.
But you ain't heard the worst.
No? Another drink?
Tell me, and let's have another drink.
It was in 1883 that it happened. The August of that year. Peter Carey was captain of the Sea Unicorn, and I was a spare harpooner. We were coming out of the ice pack on our way home. One evening, we saw a little craft that had been blown north. There was only one man on her, and he wasn't a sailor. The crew must have thought that she'd foundered, and they made for the Norwegian coast in the dinghy. I guess they all drowned. We took the man on board.
And who was he?
I dunno. During the crossing, he and the skipper enjoyed some long talks. His baggage was just a tin box.
That's strange enough.
Aye. Even stranger was that on the second night, he disappeared. Nobody knew what happened to him. And of course, nobody could ask Black Peter about it.
You know what happened, don't you?
I do. I saw the skipper tie his heels and push him over the rail in the middle of my watch on that dark night. 2 days before we sighted the Shetland lights.
Black Peter's a murderer.
Oh,
Aye.
dear.
Those that know him wouldn't be surprised to hear it. But all this must stay between us. All right?
Of course.
Excuse me. That pouch. Okay.
Back in a second. I'm off to the Ghazi.
I'll be here with my drink.
Okay, so character portrait. Patrick Cairns is an experienced harpooner currently facing unemployment and poverty. He can be found most often in the Sea Witch, a public house deemed popular by sailors whom he arm wrestles for money. Like many of his kind, he's a heavy smoker, indicated by his yellowed fingernails. Use piece of stock exchange. Peter Carey was trying to conceal the murder of John Nelligan's father, supposedly. That was obviously Joshua Nelligan. Patrick Cairns is a professional harpooner like many. He's a heavy smoker, yes we know. Okay, plant the pouch into Cairns' pocket and determine if the pouch is his. This is going to be a small mini game.
Here it is.
Do I need to, like, go to the toilet? Or... No? Tobacco.
Have you got any tobacco? I've run out of mine.
Nah, I lost my pouch. I don't know where. Wait a minute. What's this?
Oh, is this your tobacco pouch?
Well, oh, it is.
Ah,
Well, I have to go now. I know a captain who's planning an expedition to Cape Cod. Captain Ahab's his name. He commanded the Pequod. He might need good harpooners. I'll tell him about you.
Maybe. If you like, aye.
I'm done here. It's time to leave.
okay, so what connections can we make here? Patrick Cairns' pouch. So pouch proves guilt. Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder, and thus proves his guilt. All the pouch proves visit. Cairns has confirmed that the pouch belongs to him. This means that he was at the scene of the murder, but does not necessarily prove that he is the murderer. That's conflicting. I don't know. Well, can I actually make anything of the other points that we've got there? Not yet. Lots to look at, lots to consider. So what have we got here? Stock Exchange Canadian. If we go back to Woodmansley or Scotland Yard, let's try Scotland Yard. Oh, I got changed. Nothing to the suit of my choice, but sure. Maybe Lestrade is around that I can talk to. Is he in here? Hello! Lestrade!
How is the investigation going, Mr.
Okay.
Holmes?
You want to help? No help at all.
What am I doing here? I've done nothing wrong.
No?
I'm not saying another word.
Okie dokie. Right, let's try going to Woodmansley then and talking to Judith. See if she has any answers for us. Dun, 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 dun. Judith!
Leave me alone, please.
Okie dokie, never mind. I guess we'll go back to Baker Street. So, being used to BC or DJ as Holmes. This chap just looks odd for some reason. Odd character. He does a little bit. He reminds me of looks a bit like Basil Rathbone. Not Basil Rathbone. Oh, is it Basil Rathbone? Oh, I can't remember. There's a guy that Jeremy something. I can't remember.
You met Patrick Cairns, the harpooner. Do you believe he's the murderer?
Oh, have I got to link it? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing? What, so he did kill him? He would be strong. Which would make sense. And he's definitely not unskilled. But it doesn't... Still things that don't add up. Still missing information.
Brave Toby. The best nose in the British Empire.
What have I got that I can do? Okay, so that's all the things that I've done. CPR. So who is there? To what end? Is there something there that I'm missing? I'll get back to the crime scene then. Take a nice good long look. See if I can glean anything further from it. Let's go back into here. What's that? Eh? What's that? Is that a thing? Is it about the garden? Oh, it's about the garden.
The tooth of a sperm whale, probably from one of Peter Carey's catches.
Oh, cool. What else? What else am I missing? Sausage. Find a use. Find a use. Canadian Pacific Railway. Is that archives at Scotland Yard? No. No. Go back to Baker Street and just see if I can click on. I don't think I can, but just see if I can compare it to the archives that I've got. So if I can, then. It might just further my investigation.
My archive. I can always consult with it if needed. My archive.
No.
I can always consult with it if needed.
Okie dokie. Let me know closer. Is it because I need to deduce further? Or after that, retrieving the notebook, that's fine. Oh, what does that do? Interesting. So feats of strength matches there. But that doesn't change. I've still only got 2 clues, so don't really know what else I'm looking for here. Could be something I'm missing, surely. I want to work out John Nelligan's role. We've learned that Peter was not a good person. Did he kill people?
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you.
Mr. Holmes?
Is there anything further in here?
These are the suspects.
No. What if I... Oh! Wait, oh! Ooh!
These are the suspects' belongings. I wonder if these are connected.
Oh, finally!
Now we have the proof that Nelligan's papers were indeed here. It seems that they have vanished, however.
Missing papers, missing tin box. Valuable bond certificates were kept inside the stolen tin box. Oh. Solve the case by accusing those who are guilty. What does it say? Solve the case by accusing those who are guilty. There's always more than one conclusion. Nelligan's motive. John Nelligan could have been caught stealing the bond certificates that been motivating him to murder Peter Kay. I don't. Throw Nelligan is guilty. I mean, that makes sense. Okay, what if... Get that out of the way. Interesting. Both Nelligan and Hurley are lying, therefore they might be working together. Two murderers. I think the fact that his tobacco pouch there is... Oh, which one do I choose? I think the two murderers seems most likely. Breaking attempts from Major in order to recover the notebook that has been lying in a pool of victims' blood. This proves the guilty burst of the victims' attempts. Negan was looking for his father's papers inside Blackbeard's cabin. John Nelligan could have been caught stealing the bond certificates. This might have been a motive for him to murder Peter Carey. John Nelligan is a victim of circumstance. He does not fit the portrait of the murderer. Okay, so now what? Possible conspiracy, two murderers. So John Hopely Nelligan and Liam Hurtley conspired together to murder Peter Carey. Nelligan's motive was revenge for Carey's theft. Hurtley's motive was jealousy and his love for Carey's wife. Liam Hurtley and John Nelligan are guilty of heinous premeditated crime. Let them be punished by the law. Nelligan was the initiator and Hurtley was accomplice. Poor Nelligan was just following the lead. Oh, no. Oh, I don't know for sure. Okay, so it sort of all adds up, but I'm still confused about Cairn's involvement. Is there anyone I could talk to? Okay, I think we need to go and talk to... We need to go and talk to John Nelligan. Just trying.
Please escort this suspect for interrogation.
Was there any Nelligan circumstance where flipping the others around? Another conclusion that fits better? I'll have a look. There's just a question, Nelligan.
Tell me, Mr. Nelligan, what exactly were you hoping to find inside Peter Carey's cabin?
I was trying to find some information about my father.
Bond certificate?
I assume you had another purpose, to retrieve the bond certificates. Am I correct?
Yes. I discovered some time ago that a few of the missing securities had reappeared on the London market. You can imagine my amazement. I spent months trying to find them, and at last I discovered that the original seller had been Captain Peter Carey. These papers, They belong to my family, but I could not find them there.
And then what?
That's all for now. Well, I will see you soon, young man.
I'm not saying...
Okay, so you say he's innocent, and if we say Hurley is innocent, oops, right? Ah, Cairns is guilty. Carrier is murdered by Patrick Cairns. Cairns is a professional harpooner, tobacco pouch fence like Carrier. Culprit of the murder as you found there. What? Oh, I see. I don't have to change it every time. Nedigan is guilty. Possible conspiracy. So there must be a way to make it work. Hang on. Let's make Nedigan innocent. And I reckon change that to a lucky throw. Ah, Hurley is guilty. William Hurley murdered Peter Carey. The motive was jealousy and love for his Carey's wife. So who? The double murderer one. I mean, that's a whole bag of motive all in one. Cairns just seems like a victim of circumstance at this point. Is there anything else that I can come across that I can do? They both lied. That's the biggest thing. They're both liars, both trying to hide things. Whereas Patrick Cairns was just seemed like an honest guy. Poverty. Oh, I'm gonna go with the fact that they were working together. Cairns was the only one where everything fits, though, unless I'm missing the point. Well, the fact that he can harpoon it. It could have been both of them together. So basically this one here, the feat of strength one, says that, well, either it could have been a lucky throw, so the fact that someone just lucked out and managed to stab the guy with the harpoon, or the fact that it could have even been two people at the same time. She's a bit crazy. The map of info in general. Nothing was disconnected. Oh, you mean like that? I just like the Kearns was really honest, or seemed really honest. His tobacco pouch was there. God, this is quite hard. It's Ken's guilty. He's the only one that doesn't have a legitimate explanation for being there. It's the only thing. I can't go back and speak to him, I don't think. At least I don't think I can. No. Oh, I guess it's got to be Cairns. But why? I wouldn't imagine that you just kill him out of nowhere. Let's just read the transcript a second, just between them. There's Wales, good type, to drink, harpooner. Was some swinging his fist around, and had the worst. Stranger, saw the skipper. Tire seals and push him over in the middle of my watch on a dark night, 2 days before he sighted the ship's lines. Aye. So he's hiding the fact that he's a murderer. I think it must. I get the sense that it was by accident. I think we're going to absolve Cairns. Self-defense. I mean, Judith said he was really drunk. Oh, let's just commit. Here we go. See what happens. Where are we going? The next day. I solved it. Did I get the right conclusion?
Good afternoon. I must be at the wrong address. I'd like to speak with a ship's captain, Captain Ahab. Is that you?
No, my name is Sherlock Holmes.
That detective fella? So, you wanted to see me?
That is correct. We need to talk.
About what?
About Black Peter, who was killed in his own hut with a harpoon.
You know, don't you?
Yes.
How?
The tobacco pouch. You recognized it.
Oh, the sailor. It was you. Unbelievable. Well, fine. I confess. But if you really do know everything, you should also know that I didn't want to kill him.
I don't
He
think
made
so.
me do it.
I know. Did you know about this story with the bond certificates? Did you need money?
Yeah. I just wanted him to cough up a little silver. I'm out of work, and I thought maybe he could help me.
Think about that, actually, to be fair.
Well, he refused outright, and he insulted me. I reminded him I knew all about that murder he committed at sea in 1883. Then he got mad when I spoke about his treasure. I barely just had time to throw the harpoon at him before he could jump at me with his knife. You know the truth. What will you do now?
I ask that you return the bond certificates. Keep some of them. You will need them in your exile. It is better that you leave the country for a few years.
And you won't say anything to the police?
I will not say anything as long as you return the money.
Well, I'll do as you ask. But what about Inspector Lestrade?
I will deal with him. Goodbye.
What have I done?
It's good that you asked me to come, Mr. Holmes. We do need to talk.
About what?
What do you mean? Our case, Mr. Holmes. You sent me a message via your little thug.
His name is Wiggins, Inspector.
Telling me that the case is solved. Well, Mr. Holmes, tell me, who is our murderer and where is he?
The morgue.
Eh?
His name is, or rather was, Pablo Coventrao. He was also on the ship with Peter Carey, and he was a harpooner. I'll tell you everything, Inspector, but do calm down. Mrs. Hudson will bring us tea and orange cake.
Orange cake? You're spoiling me, Mr. Holmes. That's my favourite.
Ah, Mr. Holmes. Inspector Lestrade told me that I should thank you for clearing my name. He also said that you were waiting for me here. I came as fast as I could. I cannot thank you enough. It is all because of you that this nightmare is finally over.
I believe that this belongs to you.
My father's securities. Incredible! But how did you get them?
It would take far too long to explain.
Tell me. This is extraordinary. You are a genius.
Then that may serve as an explanation. Goodbye, Mr. Nelligan, and good luck.
Goodbye, Mr. Holmes. And thank you. 1,000 times thank you.
So can you go back before the moral choice to see the other ending? Should you choose? Yeah, I could do. Carries made by Patrick Kearns, professional harpooner. Patrick funds like carries coming. Space hold to check your conclusion. May spoil the game experience. Well, I was right. Well, I kind of like all the clues. Kearns is guilty. Fab. Warning, you're about to finish the case. The save files for this case will be removed. Press no if you'd like to select another moral choice. Press yes if you agree with the choice that you've made and are ready to start a new chapter. Yeah, I think I'm quite happy to crack on with my moral choice. I might play this again, sort of another time, and like have a look at the other endings and things. So people solve the games the same way. People who made the same moral choice. That's interesting. Personality ranking, sympathizing. How interesting. It's good to know. I like seeing little little bits of statistics like that. It's good. It's good. Continue. Are we getting straight into it
This
now?
trip to the countryside will be good for you, Holmes.
We are indeed, but I'm afraid I have actually run out of time for this evening. So we'll have to go and we'll have to see what's coming up in the next one. Excuse me, on my next stream. But this is good fun. Judging by how long that's taken me, we could probably crack out a case of stream. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Jacob, thank you again for resubbing. And yeah, I'll see you guys all very soon. Bye for now.